This video is the demo MVNO billing platform, part of Pack 1. Basically, after you've logged in, it will come up and show you who you are. And today what we're going to do is touch on inventory. So if you go to Features and go down to Inventory, it will show you a list of assets or cards that you have and who they're assigned to or not assigned at all. Now down here you have a status. Now quite often you'll have a list so big that you can't see them all, so there is a filter section. Now you can use part of the ICC ID number, which is the card's individual serial number, or you can use a person's name in the filter, or maybe the last 3 digits of a phone number. In this particular case, what we're going to do is we're going to type in 878, and that should come up and search and find Bruce's demo. Now what we do here is you'll see that there's a status. Now what we can do here is we can disable the card or deactivate it or reactivate it with the status button. This, where the name is, you can click on the name and edit the name, and once you've chosen the appropriate name you can save it. This will show you a map of where that card has been in the last 30 days. Here is the numbers that are allocated to the card, and you'll see there was a red 2 next to it, which means it's got 2 numbers allocated to it. You can see that there are 2 numbers allocated to it, the main number being the 417-400-8878. That's under the current tab. You can add an additional number to it by selecting the country that you want to add the number from. Click Next, and you can choose a number. Some numbers are not free, they pay per month for the numbers. So you can just select a number and add that to the card. This is the current balance. There may be times where you wish to add or decrease an amount from a user's card, and this is a place to do it if it's from a service point of view. Normally when they do their top-ups you don't have to do it through here, that gets done through the website, so you shouldn't need to touch this unless you've got some reason to credit somebody some money or decrease it for a service. But you just increase or decrease it by an amount. You can either add or subtract an amount here and then save your changes. Here we have SIP, voicemail and data. This allows VoIP calls to be made from that SIM card, whether or not they want voicemail or whether or not they wish to use data. The last location is here, which network they were on and what country they were in, and the last date that it communicated on the network. The spanner on the end is your tool setting. Under Pack 1 we won't be dealing with much here other than the miscellaneous. Here is where you would change somebody's current rate plan, which is in another video on setting up rate plans, but you can select what rate plan they're on. You may have customers who have a corporate rate plan or a different rate plan than the normal. Here is your roaming profiles. This would be for if they're in a particular country, you may want them on a different roaming profile. This is their translation profile, where you can pick a different translation profile, which we'll get into another section. And captive portals and SPNs will be dealt with in another video. This is events. These are basically what you want to do on particular events, whether or not they get SMSs for credit amounts when their balance is getting low and the like, which we'll also deal with in setting these events up in another tutorial. Thank you for listening. This has been video 1 of Pack 1, Introduction to the Billing Platform.